People think vegan debates are just about food, but a lot of the conflict is actually about strategy and language. On one side, you have welfarists, who believe the best path is to reduce animal suffering step by step inside the current system. They support things like better housing, less confinement, and stronger animal welfare rules because they see those changes as real improvements for animals right now. On the other side, you have abolitionists. Abolitionists argue that the system itself is the problem. From that perspective, animals shouldn't be treated as property or products at all. So improving the conditions of exploitation doesn't solve the moral issue. It just makes exploitation look more acceptable. That's why abolitionists often criticize welfare reforms. They think those reforms can soften public outrage without actually ending animal use. This is where the tension inside vegan spaces comes from. Everyone may agree that animals matter, but they disagree on what progress looks like. To a welfarist, reform is harm reduction. To an abolitionist, reform can be a distraction, or even a way of preserving the system. So when vegans argue online, the disagreement isn't usually whether suffering is bad. It's whether incremental change is enough, or whether only total liberation counts. That debate also connects to why the definition of veganism is so contested. A lot of people use vegan to mean someone who doesn't eat animal products. Other people use it to mean a broader ethical commitment against animal exploitation in food, clothing, testing, entertainment, and more. That's why some people refer to themselves as plant-based. Plant-based usually refers more narrowly to a diet, and it can sound more flexible or health-focused. Veganism usually carries a stronger moral meaning. People aren't just disagreeing about ingredients, they're disagreeing about identity, tactics, and the meaning of the movement itself. Should the goal be to reduce suffering wherever possible, even if change is slow? Or should the goal be to reject animal exploitation completely, even if that message is harder for the public to accept? So the short version is this. Welfarists want to improve conditions inside the system. Abolitionists want to end the system. Plant-based usually refers to a diet, and veganism usually refers to a broader ethical position. And the reason all of this gets so heated is that these labels are doing a lot more than describing food. They're describing what kind of change people think is possible, and what kind of change they think is worth fighting for.